Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about what Lamborghini calls an S-SUV. I'm Nima from MVL Leasing, and this is a 2023 Lamborghini Urus Performante. So what's an S-SUV? According to Lamborghini, that stands for Super Sport Utility Vehicle, and this car fits that definition with spades. This particular car is a 2023. The name of the color is called Giallo Auge, A-U-G-E. The Italian translation is rise, maybe sunrise, so like sunrise yellow maybe, I don't know, ask Lamborghini. This one is a Performante, and what they tried to do with this car over your standard Urus is to heighten the performance level. So there's been a number of revisions that I'm going to go over on the car that help do that, and we'll start here at the front end. So right away, what you'll notice, what sets a Urus Performante apart from a standard Urus is the hood and these vents in the hood. The hood is carbon fiber that's specific to the Performante, and you also have these carbon fiber vents. These help with downforce, and they also help expel a lot of heat out of the engine bay. Your front bumper is revised, so you have a few more fins and vents that help direct air over, around, and underneath the car to provide more downforce. Lamborghini claims that this car has almost 40% more downforce than a regular Urus. Lots of carbon fiber. They're not really shy when it comes to that stuff. So your front valence and these fins on the side, these are all carbon fiber. The Lamborghini Urus was introduced for 2019 and remained relatively unchanged until 2022. For 2023, they kind of re-identified the car in two models, Urus S and Urus Performante. This Performante has a few important differences over a standard Urus S. Now, although it's the performance model, you'd think it has more horsepower, but it doesn't. It actually has the same power plant and the same horsepower. But the changes come with lightness, downforce, and a few other important details. So I told you a little bit about the hood and the front bumper and things like that. If you come around here to the side, you'll see more liberal use of carbon fiber. So these wheel arches are normally a different color, or they're the same color as the car. For the Performante, it's exposed carbon fiber. Lamborghini's Ad Personam program lets you customize specific elements of the car. Whoever had spec'd this car originally went for the carbon fiber mirror cap. These side skirts here on the side can also be made out of exposed carbon fiber, but again, whoever spec'd this particular one out just wanted it to be black. These wheels are specific to the Performante. You get two options with this car, a 23-inch wheel and a 22-inch wheel. This one is the 23 with a more street-friendly tire. Pirelli works with Lamborghini in order to make tires specifically for the cars that they make. So you'll usually see a Lamborghini L right on the tire to show that the tire is Lamborghini approved. This is something that's equivalent to, say, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2. This is a track-only tire. Not good in the rain, not good in the cold, very purpose-built. So for a car that gets groceries sometimes, not the tire that you want. So this one, I think you'll be hard-pressed to break them loose, but far more compliant, quiet, and soft as well. So like I said, these are the optional 23-inch wheels that you can get on the car. These ones are done in gloss black. You can get them in a number of different finishes, but the style is still the same. You can even get them where the innards of the spokes are a different color and the face is machined. It's actually a really nice touch. But the one thing that always blew me away about these Uruses is the size of these brakes. These things are the size of serving trays. They're super thick and the diameter is huge. The only car that I've seen with a braking system comparable to this is a Bugatti Veyron, which is also carbon ceramic brakes. Giant 8-piston caliper, monoblock caliper, made by Akebono, actually. Okay, a lot of exposed carbon fiber. Like I mentioned, the vents in the hood, the front valence, the trim around the wheel arches. Fender vents, these are gloss black with the colors of the Italian flag, reminding you where the car was built. The carbon fiber Ad Personam mirrors, gloss black window trim, gloss black door handles. This is actually a nice touch because you can get these rocker panels in exposed carbon fiber. At the end of the day, this is an SUV, so it's a little bit high off the ground, and they're going to take lots of punishment, especially if you tend to take this car on the dirt or anything like that. Don't know anyone who's done that yet, but if you do, saves you a lot of trouble, because if they are exposed carbon fiber and you destroy the finish or get it damaged in some way, it's very difficult to fix and make it look like it was when it's new. You've got to replace, and carbon fiber is really expensive. If you get close enough, you can spot the Performante badge to let you know you're looking at a Performante. The wheels are staggered 23-inch. These are 325s in the back and in the front they are 285, so it's a staggered wheel. Smaller caliper, these ones don't do as much work as those, so they can afford to be a little bit smaller, but they still remind you that they're carbon ceramic with the script on the caliper. You also have a vent in the rear bumper. This helps dispel a lot of air and again help with taking a lot of the turbulent air out of the inside the wheel arch and kind of shooting it out here. So like I said, you have your carbon wheel arches here. The rotors back here are very big, not as big and not as thick as the ones in the front, but they are as big as they need to be because the front ones are the ones that do the most work. One thing that's notable about the Performante is that they did away with the air suspension that comes on these cars, and this is all for performance. So there's no ride height adjustability. You still have adjustable dampening, so you can have it go firm or soft or whatever you want or whatever the situation calls for, but the Performante sits 20 millimeters lower than your standard Lamborghini Urus. Air ride is nice, but it's more for comfort than it is for performance. Not to say that the ones with air ride are soft, but this one is more tailored towards carving corners and things of that nature. When you come around to the back of the car here, there's many things that you see back here that are Performante exclusive. So the most notable one is your carbon spoiler at the top of your rear windscreen. You also get another one down here. So it's spoiler city back here, all in exposed carbon fiber. The rear bumper is revised with a couple of those vents that I was mentioning to you before, but this is all one piece of carbon fiber. You have the integrated parking sensors and you have your rear view camera, and I suggest you use them because if you back into something and you damage this rear diffuser, it only costs about $21,000 to replace. You also see the different exhaust. A Performante has a different exhaust setup than a standard Urus. Both exhaust systems are made by Akrapovic, but this one, it's a little bit more prominent. They let you know right here on the exhaust tip. When you're making an SSUV, you also need to have some utility. So let's just take a look in the trunk and see what you get back here. This car came with your OEM Lamborghini luggage mat, a couple nice pieces of attention to detail. Your privacy shade here, which is totally removable, all stitched in Alcantara. You can choose the color of the stitch, and the person who had spec'd this car decided to go with Giallo Taurus stitching. So I think it's a nice touch, feels nice, and totally removable. Okay, now we're gonna inside the Urus. Couple things important things that I want to point out. One thing that's cool about the Urus is the frameless doors. So you have no frame that goes up here. Kind of something from sports cars. It's really nice, actually. This is a Performante, so you're going to have lots of Alcantara all over the place. You can get it stitched in leather and whatnot, but Performante is for sport appeal. So the center of these cars has the hexagonal stitching pattern. You got the Performante signature on the seat to remind you what model you're in. Alcantara, as I mentioned with a lot of the other cars that we reviewed, is good for grip. So when you're in corners and stuff like that, it keeps your butt parked in the seat where it needs to be. The Giallo Taurus stitching is all up here on the dashboard and comes over here over your transmission. Your steering wheel also has the same trim. That's Alcantara, again for grip. You have the red 12 o'clock stripe here just to help you better judge your steering and things like that. In here, it's kind of hard to tell unless you have the cars beside each other what differs a Performante from a regular car. So over here is how you control your transmission. Over here is Anima, is how you choose between the 4 different personalities of the car: Strada, street or highway, sport, Corsa, track, and rally. A regular Urus has a few more driving modes, like one for snow and stuff like that. This one is a bit more simplified. You have your Ego switch here. So this lets you have control over how your all-wheel drive system operates, your torque vectoring and whatnot, your steering feedback, and your adaptive dampening. One thing that sets a Performante apart from a regular Urus is the rear diff. The rear diff is revised to allow for different and more torque vectoring that are tailored a little bit more towards performance. The gloss carbon fiber trim goes around your vents up here, all around your infotainment, but the nicest piece is the piece that surrounds your instrument cluster. It's a fully digital instrument cluster. The one thing that's cool about that is that when you switch your different driving modes, it'll change what the information is showing and how it's laid out. So when I go to different modes, you're going to see that maybe your revs and your speed become a little bit more prominent. This is really useful when you're really trying to attack times on the track or just have fun. The Alcantara dash, this is continued on the roof. One thing that's important to note is that when you get a Performante, you can actually get it with no sunroof and a carbon roof. This significantly reduces weight that's carried up high in the car and helps lower the center of gravity. This car was equipped with a sunroof, which is nice. It's panoramic and allows a lot of light in. It's tinted as well, but that is an option on the Performante that you can't get on any other model of Urus. It looks really cockpity in here, and it's pretty fitting because you still have this almost aircraft-like start and stop button, which makes starting and stopping your car a bit of an occasion. This car is also equipped with the Bang & Olufsen 3D surround sound system. So you have a center speaker and you also have a couple speakers in your door here, plus more in the back. But the really neat part is your tweeters that kind of expose themselves every time you fire up the car. When you turn it off, they kind of tuck away and go out of sight. A really neat feature every time you fire it up. Let's hear what this revised Akrapovic exhaust sounds like. Okay, let's take a look at the heart of this beast. Not a whole lot to see here. It's a V8 twin turbo motor. They always have a nice pretty valve cover. One thing that's common to all Lamborghinis is they always let you know what type of engine you're looking at and what the firing order is. So even if you look at an Aventador or Huracan, they all have this badge here that kind of lets you know that. The most important thing that's different under here is actually the underside of the hood, because this lets you see what the exposed carbon looks like. This car was spec'd with a painted hood. You can get it exposed where the center portion of the hood is actually exposed gloss carbon fiber, just like the pieces that you see up here. A couple more things that kind of add to the heightened performance of this SSUV is the four-wheel steering system. So at lower speeds, or depending on your curve you're taking and things like that, they turn in opposite directions, which virtually shortens the wheelbase of the car. The shorter the wheelbase of the car, the better the handling. This is something common to Uruses, but everything on this car is tweaked and revised just a little bit to give you that heightened level of performance. Your steering feedback is readjusted. Your suspension dampening is readjusted. You have that new rear diff that I was telling you about that helps vector torque a little bit differently. This is all in addition to lightness and aero. Not a huge weight advantage, but you're looking at about almost 200 pounds lighter than your standard Urus. And this is due in part to a lot of the carbon fiber that's integrated into the bodywork. I hope some of the details that we went over with this Urus Performante help you understand how they live up to the name of calling this car a super sport utility vehicle. If you want any more information or the factory option listing, make sure to check out our website, mvl.ca. If you have any other questions about this car, don't hesitate to email me, nima@mvl.ca. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.